championships for a place in the Under-20 World Cup that year. If they could win this tournament and become the 9th Brazilian team to win a tournament, it would be quite an achievement, but don't write it off. How are they? Simple answer is we don't know as we start. Gabriel Novaes team to win a tournament. It's going to get us underway. It would be quite an achievement, but and we are underway. So many classic Brazilian types write it off, and they appear time and again in these young sides. How are they? Simple answer is we don't know as we start. Gabriel Novaes team to win a tournament. It's going to get us underway. It would be quite an achievement, but forward by Gabriel Cazu. And we are underway. Brazil looking to make a so many classic write it off. And they appear time and again in these young sides. How are they? No, as we start, Gabriel Novaes team to win a tournament. It's going to get us underway. It would be quite an achievement, but forward by Gabriel Cazu. And we are underway. Brazil looking to make a so many classic write it off. Appear time and again in these young sides. How are they? No, as we start, Gabriel Novaes team to win a tournament. It's going to get us underway. Quite an achievement, but by Gabriel Cazu. And we are underway. Brazil looking to make a so many classic write it off. The way their players are coached, they don't feel such a populous nation makes best use of the resources they have. Gabriel Novaes team to win a tournament. It's going to get us underway. Quite an achievement. By Gabriel Cazu. We are underway. They get on here against Brazil, and so many classic write it off against a buoyant Czech Republic side, and finally Scotland. Such a populous nation makes forward by Fabricio Oya. That passes on all day long. Novaes in the middle again. Win a tournament. A little bit stronger than centre forward. By Gabriel Cazu. We are underway. Paulo here against Brazil, and so many classic write it off against a buoyant Czech Republic side, and finally Scotland. Here's Harris Nohidayat. Forward by Fabricio Oya. That passes on all day long. Novaes in the middle again. 16 years of age, the Indonesian number 10. The man Witan breaks kindly here for Paulo Vitor. He has options, but he goes for goal himself. Here's Harris Nohidayat. Forward by Fabricio Oya. Marcos Cipriano down that right-hand side has started really well. The Indonesian number 10. The man Witan breaks kindly here for Paulo Vitor. He has options, but he goes for goal himself. Here's Harris Nohidayat. Forward by Marcos Cipriano. Right-hand side has started really well. Been inspired by a Cuban side who managed to get a point against Japan. This would be something very different, of course, if Indonesia hold Brazil. Early intent from them. Very busy. Forward by no foul there on. Been inspired by a Cuban side. Michael Rangel. A point against Japan. This would be Flamengo. Very different, of course, if Indonesia. Narasa Bessi, Brazil, with the throw. Early intent from them. Very busy. No foul there on. Lovely sunny evening in Salon de Provence. Michael Rangel. Beautiful town this. Very different, of course, if Indonesia. Place where Nostradamus spent his final years. Early intent from them. Very busy. He'd have no trouble picking the winner of the tournament. Many would suggest it will be Brazil, having won 8 of their 15 previous appearances. But in Salon de Provence, Nostradamus didn't always get it right. I've seen a lot of quality here so far. Here's Paulo Vitor. Good strong challenge on him by Nohidayat. He'd have no trouble picking the winner of the tournament. Many would suggest it will be Brazil, having won 8 of their 15 previous appearances. But yeah, that's positive. I think Brazil realise they're not going to have it all their own way. I've seen a lot of quality here so far. Here's Paulo Vitor. Can battle and play as well. Strong challenge on him by Nohidayat. Big tournament called the Gothia Cup in Sweden. A whole host of club youth teams head for that. Indonesia have done pretty well at that in recent years. Yeah, that's positive. Sent 6 youth teams to the last one last year. Won the under-15 category, having previously won the under-13s. It's a sign that there are some green shoots at the age groups coming into this one. So why shouldn't this team perform? Indonesia have done pretty well at that in recent years. Yeah, that's positive. Sent 6 teams to the last one last year. Gabriel Oliveira sold the pass a little bit short. Won the under-13s. Here's Egimolana. Green shoots and see what he was trying to do, and it nearly broke kindly. So why shouldn't this team perform? Indonesia have done pretty well at that in recent years. Marasabesi. Lutfi rather missed his kick there, but a good period of possession for Indonesia, and they've won it back again. Snapping into every challenge. Green shoots and see what he was trying to do, and it nearly broke kindly. Rashmat Iriauto. Shouldn't this team perform? Marasabesi. Lutfi rather missed his kick there, but a good period of possession for Indonesia, and they've won it back again. Snapping into every challenge. By Paulo Vitor. Oya inside him. He was trying to do it, and it nearly broke. Rashmat Iriauto. Vinicius Costa. Marasabesi. Now Walst. He rather missed his kick there, but a good period of possession for Indonesia, and they've won it back again. Snapping into every challenge. Fabricio Oya. Vitor. Oya inside him. What's a good ball in? Just didn't get the touch. It might have got the faintest of touches at the near post, but not enough. Now Walst. He rather missed his kick there, but a good period of possession for Indonesia. Free kick though goes Brazil's way. Indonesia must avoid relentless pressure here if they can. Oya inside him. What's a good ball in? Gabriel Cazu didn't get the touch. It might have got the faintest of touches at the near post, but didn't quite fall at the feet of Cipriano. Cazu already reminds me of Rodrigo Caio, who was player of the tournament here. Free kick though goes Brazil's way. Years ago. Indonesia must avoid relentless pressure here if they can. Now Oya. What's a good ball in? Gabriel comes from Vinicius Costa. Went down there. The ball in was tracked well by Rifat Marasabesi. Cazu already reminds me of Rodrigo Caio, who was player of the tournament here. The kick though goes Brazil's way. Years ago. Indonesia must avoid relentless pressure here if they can. Now Oya. What's a good ball? Waltz. Gabriel comes from Vinicius Costa. Emerson Aparecedo. If you're a Brazilian right back, you've got a lot to live up to. Already reminds me of Rodrigo Caio, who was player of the tournament here. Kick though goes Brazil. Sagara trying to hold it up. He's done well. Here's Waltz. Here's Egimolana. Vinicius Costa. Emerson Aparecedo. If you're a Brazilian right back, you've got a lot to live up to. Well, it's early days, but it's a good start this from Indonesia. Sagara trying to hold it up. He's done well. There's Lutfi. Here's Egimolana. Vinicius Costa. Emerson Aparecedo. If you're a Brazilian right back, you've got a lot to live up to. Well, it's early days, but it's a good start this from Indonesia. Sagara trying to hold it up. He's the one who looks to make the play. Mohamed Lutfi. Here's Iriauto. Here's Egimolana. Vinicius Costa. Emerson Aparecedo. You're a Brazilian right back, you've got a lot to Sprinklers are out on the pitch just before this game to get it back in shape. It's always tough on a pitch to have 2 games in such quick succession. Mohamed Lutfi. Players at the moment trusting the surface, which looks pretty good and not easy in these weather conditions. Sprinklers are out on the pitch just before this game to get it back in shape. It's always tough on a pitch to have 2 games in such quick succession. Mohamed Lutfi. Players at the moment trusting the surface, which looks pretty good and not easy in these weather conditions. Sprinklers are out on the pitch just before this game to get it back in now shape. Gabriel Oliveira. Pitch to have 2 games in such Michael quick succession. Rangel. as well. Testing the surface, which looks pretty good. And one back by Marassa Bessi. Picked up there by Gabriel Oliveira. Now Gabriel Oliveira. Michael Rangel. Here's Mohamed Iqbal. As well. Testing the surface, which looks pretty good. One back here by Paulo Vitor. Picked up there by Gabriel Oliveira. Gabriel Oliveira, the big defender from Vitória, alongside Wells of Sao Paulo. Rangel. Here's Mohamed Iqbal. One back here by Paulo Vitor. Paulo Vitor. Brazil looking to find a way through. Here's Rangel. Gabriel Oliveira, the big defender from Vitória, alongside Wells of Sao Paulo. Fiza couldn't keep it in play. Tough day for him, knowing he was up against a leggy, powerful, hard-running Brazilian right back. Brazil looking to find a way through. Here's Rangel. Here's Marassa Bessi. The big defender from Vitória, alongside Wells of Sao Paulo. Fiza couldn't keep it in play. Tough day for him, knowing he was up against a leggy, powerful, hard-running Brazilian right back. Brazil looking to find a way through. Here's Rangel. Here's Marassa Bessi. Mohamed Iqbal. Big defender from Vitória, alongside Wells of Sao Paulo. Play that straight ball and straight into the arms of Felipe Neguilhardo, the captain of this young Brazilian side. Leggy by Fiza. Hard-running Brazilian right back. Still looking to find a way through. Here's Rangel. Here's Marassa Bessi. Mohamed Iqbal. Already a test being set for these Brazilian players. Straight ball and straight into the arms of Felipe Neguilhardo, captain of this young Brazilian side. Closing down again from Mohamed Iqbal. Hard-running Brazilian right back. Still looking to find a way through. And then Ndika Fiza just lost out. So what they must be careful of is giving the ball away in areas like that, where Brazil can counter so quickly. Vinicius Costa, who chases back. And that flag was up. Just lost out. Back from the offside position was getting the ball away in Cipriano. Brazil can counter so quickly. Vinicius Costa, who chases back. And that flag was up. As Mohamed Lutfi from the offside position was it's given away dangerously there by Suleiman Witan. Brazil looking to make him pay. The pass was on to Paulo Vitor. It reaches him eventually. Chases back. Couldn't keep the shot down, but the better opportunity was if Gabriel Neves should played him in. As Mohamed Lutfi from the right there. Position was it's given away dangerously there by Suleiman Witan. Brazil looking to make him pay. The pass was on to Paulo Vitor. It reaches him eventually. Chases back. Couldn't keep the shot down, but the better opportunity was if Gabriel Neves should played him in. Nor Hidayat. Now Lutfi. Right there. Position was it's given away dangerously there by Suleiman Witan. Brazil looking to make him pay. The pass was on to Paulo Vitor. It reaches him eventually. Short for Mohamed Iqbal. Shot down, but the better opportunity was trying to get Gabriel Neves in behind the Brazilian back line, trying to test them. Right there. Rather than make it one-way traffic. Good thinking, and it's nearly working. Brazil looking to make him pay. The pass was on to Paulo Vitor. It reaches him eventually. Carlos Amadeu, the Brazilian coach, already up off the bench and trying to get a few messages across. Neguilhardo in behind the Brazilian back line, trying to test them. Right there. Rather than make it one-way traffic. Good thinking, and it's nearly working. Good challenge by Suleiman Witan. I like that the Angolan referee just let that go. Nothing wrong with it. Coach already the unorthodox bench and trying to get a few messages across.